Dear students, today I am going to discuss about linear equation into variables. Let's see. Linear equation into variables means two equations are in the form a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0, where a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2 are real numbers known as linear equation into variables. Okay, pair of equation is of the form a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0, where a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2, these are real numbers known as linear equations into variables. Okay, so there are 5 methods to find out solutions of a linear equation into variables. Method number 1, graphically. Second, substitution method. Third, elimination method. Fourth, cross multiplication method. Fifth, reducing in terms of linear equation. These 5 methods are there, and thereafter one more subtopic, that is solvability of equations. Let's see. First, graphical method. So whenever we represent both the equation on graph, we get two straight lines. Okay, suppose equations are a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. So whenever we have represent both the equation on graph, since both are linear, we get two straight lines. One linear equation represent a straight line on graph paper, as you know. So there are two equations, linear equations, we get two straight lines on graph. So two straight lines, either both the lines intersect each other. Okay. Second, both the lines coincide, one above another. And third, both the lines are parallel to each other. Okay, there are 3 cases. If both the lines intersect each other at a point, then both the lines have a common point. That common point is a solution of the given equation. Solution means the values of x and y. Okay, values of variable of the given equation is known as solution. So if both the lines intersect each other at a point, we get a common point, means a common coordinate of both the equations. Then x coordinate is the value of x and y coordinate is the value of y. We get only one solution in case of intersecting lines. Okay, that's why it is known as unique solutions. Unique solution. If both the lines coincide each other, means there are infinite common coordinates of both the lines, and each common coordinate is a solution of the given equation. In this way we get infinite solutions. So that's why when both the lines coincide each other, then we get infinite solutions. And if both the lines are parallel to each other, means we cannot get a common point or common coordinate of the lines of equation. That's why it is the case of no solution. We cannot get any solution of the given equations, known as no solutions. Okay. So first two is known as consistent solutions. At least one solution is known as consistent solutions. The first two, this first two is known as consistent solutions. Consistent. And since in third case you cannot get a solution known as inconsistent. Inconsistent. So consistent and inconsistent. Okay. Thereafter we can check the nature of the solutions without representing the given equation on the graph. Okay. Always graph is not available to check the nature of the solutions. These are the natures. So without representing the given equation on graph paper also you can find out the nature. How? By comparing the ratio of A1, A2, B1, B2 and C1, C2. Okay, you have to compare the ratios of A1, A2, B1, B2 and C1, C2. We can check the nature of the solution. Let's see. If A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2, then it is a case of unique solution. Okay, if we get A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2, thereafter you have to find C1 upon C2. Again, if you get that C1 upon C2 also equal to the previous, then it is a case of infinite solutions. And if A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2 is not equal to C1 upon C2, then it is a case of no solutions. Clear? So in this one also we can check the nature of solutions without representing the given equation on graph paper. Clear? So now come to the exercise. Exercise 3.2. 3.1 you have to do yourself in the same manner. Exercise 3.2, questions number 1. Form the pair of linear equation in the following problems and find their solution graphically. When graphically you have to find the solution. Question number 1 first. Okay, 10 students of class 10 took part in mathematics quiz. If the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, find the number of boys and girls who took part in the quiz. Okay, you also open your NCERT book and go through the questions also. Okay, what sum is given. 10 students of class 10 took a part in mathematics quiz. If the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, find the number of boys and girls took part in the quiz. So first of all you have to suppose, let the number of boys and girls be X and Y respectively. Okay, case 1, there are 2 cases. First, total number of participants, 10 students of class 10, the total number of participants in the quiz 10, means X plus Y equal to 10. Case second, number of girls 4 more than number of boys. Number of boys, number of girls. Okay, you have to write and thereafter you have to balance. Number of girls is 4 more than number of boys. So number of girls, Y 4 more than that of boys. So Y is already 4 more than that of boys. So then we have to add 4 in LHS and thereafter you have to put the symbol of equality. The number of girls 4 more than number of boys. Okay, now arrange it. X minus Y equal to minus 4. Okay, two equations you get, and then after you have to represent this on graph and find the solution from graph. How? Everybody knows x plus y equal to 10. Now I am going to represent both the equation on graph. Okay, better you open your graph copy and do along with me. You have to express any one variable in term of other as per convenience. You express x in term of y, no problem. And then you have to draw a solution table. As you know, you have done this type of function in class 9th also. X, y, okay. Now we have to put any value of y, we get x, okay. Better we have to avoid 0 or negative values of y, because number of girls or number of boys cannot be 0 or negative. That's why taking y equal to 4, so 10 minus 4, we get 6, x equal to 6, taking 5, 6, 4. Let coordinates 6, 4, B 5, 5, C 4, 6. Again we have to consider the second equation in the same manner. X minus y equal to minus 4 implies that you have to express x in term of y. So no problem, x equal to y minus 4. Clear? So thereafter you have to make a solution table. X, y. In place of y, you have to write any value. Suppose 5. 5 minus 4, 1. 6. 6 minus 4, 2. 7. You get 3. So let P 1, 5. Q 2, 6. R 3, 7. Okay. So thereafter you have to draw axis on graph, everybody. X axis, y axis. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Scale you have to write on both axes. One big division equal to one student. One big division equal to one student. Okay. Now thereafter you have to plot the points 6, 4, 6, 4. That is A. 5, 5. 5, 5. A. 4, 6. 4, 6. C. You have to join this, you get a straight line. Thereafter you have to plot the second solution of second equation. 1, 5. 1, 5. 3. 2, 6. 2, 6. 3. Q 3, 7. Now okay. 3, 7. Okay, in this way both the lines intersect at a point. Where? At point of intersection, because graph is not available here. Okay, you produce the graph intersect at R. Okay, so both the line of equation intersecting each other at a point R. So R is the common coordinate, that is 3, 7. Okay, so from graph what we get, have to write this. Okay, from graph x equal to 3, y equal to 7, so then number of boys equal to 3 and number of girls equal to 7. So this is one of the methods to find out solution of linear equation into arrays. Clear? Now come to next. Question number 3. On comparing the ratios A1 upon A2, B1 upon B2, C1 upon C2, find out whether the following pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent. Okay, you have to compare the ratios A1 upon A2, B1 upon B2 and C1 upon C2, and thereafter you have to say about the equations are consistent or inconsistent. Okay, no problem taking third. 3 upon 2x plus 5 upon 3y equal to 7 to minus 7. You have to express the equation as standard form, means transposing whatever given in RHS, that you have to transpose in LHS. Second equation, 9x minus 10y minus 14 equal to 0. Okay, you have to compare A1 upon A2, B1 upon B2 and C1 upon C2 one by one. A1 upon A2 you have to find 3 by 2 upon 9, so 3 by 2 into 9, 3 3 is 9, so you get 1 by 6. B1 upon B2, 5 upon 3 by minus 5 upon minus 10 into 3, 5 2 here, we get minus 1 by 6. So there is no need to find out C1 upon C2, because A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2, then there is no need to find out C1 upon C2. What is minus? So clearly what we get, A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2. Okay, then it is a case of unique solutions, means equation as consistent, that you have to say. Consistent means at least one solution. The cases of unique or infinite solutions are consistent. So the given equations, pair of equations are consistent. If we get A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2 is not equal to C1 upon C2, then it is a case of no solution, means inconsistent solutions. Clear? Next, the graphical method you have seen. Okay, how to find out nature of solutions by comparing the ratios A1 upon A2, B1 upon B2, that also you have seen. Now come to next, exercise, that is 3.3, substitution method. Substitution method. Solve the following pair of linear equation by substitution method. Question number 1. Taking 4. In substitution method, what we have to do? Let's see. 0.2x plus 0.3y equal to 1.3 and 0.4x plus 0.5y equal to 2.3. Okay. In case of substitution method, you have to express either x in term of y or y in term of x from one equation, and whatever you get x in term of y or y in term of x, you have to substitute that in second equation. Clear? Thereafter you get equation in one variable and equate, find the value of that variable. And let's see. Okay. So nothing else, you have to remove the decimal. Okay. For that you have to multiply both the equations by 10. Multiplying by 10. By 10. Without removing decimal also you can proceed, no problem. But it is more convenient if you remove the decimals. So multiplying by 10, we get 2x plus 3y equal to 13. Equation number 1. 4x plus 5y equal to 23. Second. Now by substitution method means, as per your convenience, you have to express one variable in term of other from one equation, and thereafter you have to substitute that value of x or y, whatever you get in term of other, in other equation. Clear? The first step. So from first equation, from equation 1, express x in term of y, x equal to what? Transposing 3y. So 13 minus 3y whole upon 2, not third equation. Now thereafter you have to substitute when you have to put the value of x in term of x in second equation, not in first, because from first equation we get this. Okay, you have to write substituting x equal to 13 minus 3y whole by 2 in equation second. Now thereafter you have to write 4 into 13 minus 3y whole upon 2 plus 5y equal to 23. Okay. Now simplify 2 to the 4. Now you get equation in term of one variable only. Thereafter you have to equate and find the value of y. So 2 into 13, 26 minus 6y plus 5y equal to 23 implies that minus y equal to 23 minus 26 to minus 3. So you get y equal to 3. Now thereafter you have to put the value of y in any one, either first or second. Better you have to use the value of y in third equation. Third we get from first. Okay, so directly we get the value of x after putting y equal to 3. Now again you have to write substituting y equal to 3 in equation third. Okay, x equal to 13 minus 3 into 3 whole upon 2. So 9, 13 minus 9, 4 by 2 equal to 2. Finally, we get x equal to 2 and y equal to 3. Okay. The mechanism is nothing. From one of the equation you have to express either x or y in term of other, and whatever we get that you have to substitute in second equation. We get equation in one variable like this, and equate, find the value of that variable. Thereafter you have to again substitute the value of that variable you get, like y equal to 3 you get, substitute this in any one of the equations, and thereafter we get the value of the other variable. Clear? So what's some given? Question number 3. Second, the larger of two supplementary angles exceed the smaller by 18 degree, find them. The larger of two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 18 degree. Okay, there are two supplementary angles, larger one exceeds the smaller by 18 degree, find the angles. So first of all you have to suppose both the supplementary angles. Let the larger and smaller supplementary angles be x and y respectively. Okay, then sum of them equal to 180. Sum of supplementary angles is 180 degree. Okay, and larger, x is larger, y is smaller. Okay, you have to write in this way, thereafter you have to balance. So larger exceeds the smaller by 18 degree. The larger one on x is already 18 degree more than that of y. The x is already 18 degree more than that of y. You have to add 18, then you have to put the sign of equality. Okay, and we get x equal to y plus 18. Now you have to use substitution method in this exercise. So nothing else, you have to substitute x equal to y plus 18 in first equation. So write down substituting x equal to y plus 18 in equation first. So in place of x you have to write y plus 18 plus y equal to 180, implies that 2y equal to 180 minus 18, 162. Reduce to get y equal to 81. Okay, thereafter you have to put the value of y equal to 81 in second equation. Again you have to write substituting y equal to 81 in second. So x equal to 81 plus 18, you get 99. Okay, so therefore the required supplementary angles are 99 degree and 81 degree. Clear? Okay, one more. Question number 6. Okay, let's see what sum. 5 years hence, the age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. 5 years ago, Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son. What are their present ages? I repeat again. 5 years hence, the age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son, and 5 years ago, Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son. What are their present ages? Okay, relation of ages between Jacob and his son given 5 years hence and 5 years ago. So first of all, we have to suppose the present ages of Jacob and his son. Let the present ages of Jacob and his son be X and Y years respectively. Okay, there are two cases. Case 1, two conditions given. First, 5 years hence and after 5 years. So I have to write the ages X plus 5, Y plus 5. And after 5 years, the ages of Jacob X plus 5 and his son Y plus 5. So after 5 years, the age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. Age of Jacob is 3 times, is one equal to 3 times of age of his son. Clear? The age of Jacob will be 3 times of his son. Now simplify and form the equation to x plus 5 equal to 3y plus 15. X minus 3y equal to transposing, we get 10. Okay. Case number 2. What? 5 years ago, so age of Jacob X minus 5 and age of his son 5 years ago Y minus 5. So 5 years ago, Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son. Age of Jacob was 7 times that of his son. So age of Jacob 5 years ago was equal to 7 times and 7 into age of his son Y minus 5. In this way, you have to form the equation. Okay. Now simplify. X minus 5 equal to 7y minus 35. Which method you have to follow? Substitution method. Clear? So better you have to find x transposing 5 to 7y minus 35 plus 5 minus 30. Second equation we get. Okay. Now you have to substitute x equal to 7y minus 30 in place of x in first equation. Now we get x equal to 7y minus 30, that you have to substitute in first equation. Okay, in place of x. So write substituting x equal to 7y minus 30. Okay, in equation first. Here 7y minus 30 minus 3y equal to 10 implies that 7y minus 3y, 4y equal to transposing minus 30, you get 40, so means y equal to 10. Now thereafter putting y equal to 10 in second equation. Again you have to write substituting y equal to 10 in second. So x equal to 7 into y equal to 10, in place of y you have to write 10 minus 30. So 70 minus 30, 40. Okay, we get present ages of Jacob and his son. Then the present ages of Jacob equal to 40 years and his son equal to 10 years. Okay. So graphical method and substitution method we have done. So this much you have to do also at home. Homework. homework. Exercise 3.2 and exercise 3.3 complete. Okay, that's all. Thank you and have a nice day.